Hello, we are CHS Vision from Chattahoochee High School in Johns Creek, Georgia. We were able to witness the incredible impact on the community from our school's previous InvenTeam project, a multi-terrain wheelchair robot, and decided to take on the challenge for ourselves.
My grandmother was diagnosed with glaucoma in 2019. She has lost most of her vision and is now confined to within her home. Because she never learned how to use a traditional cane, she has also lost most of her independence. Many of our team members have family with similar issues, and this personal connection to the project is what we believe truly motivates us to create a visual aid device of our own.
A person who is visually impaired has trouble doing basic tasks that most people take for granted. Activities like crossing crosswalks, going to restaurants, and navigating the streets are much harder for visually impaired. The VUT helps the visually impaired navigate the world and makes simple tasks easier. This device is a perfect companion to the visually impaired, as it opens new possibilities to interact with the world.
Navigating the world is especially challenging for visually impaired kids. Around 3% of children are blind or visually impaired, yet the lack of visual aid devices aimed towards a younger audience is extremely apparent. Our ultimate goal is to provide another option for these 2.2 million children to safely navigate throughout their lives. Our invention specifically targets blind children ages 12 and above, as we feel this age group will be eager to learn and adapt.
We are working closely with Ms. Parkin Bashizi and her colleagues at the Vision Rehabilitation Services of Georgia to better understand the nuances of visual impairment. We are also working with several high school students who learn at the VSRGA to adapt the invention towards the younger audience. Their feedback and support were tremendously helpful in compiling our research and developing our design.
The main feature of the VAT is the 360-degree rendering of the surroundings. This is done through the use of 12 ultrasonic sensors and haptic feedback motors. The motor's vibration will help indicate the location of obstacles using the location, movement, and intensity of vibrations. For example, when a person moves in the forward direction to the right of the user, the vibrations will travel from the back to the neck to the chest. In addition, the prototype has object recognition for emergencies like when approaching road traffic. In the future, we would like to integrate Google Maps, a voice assistant, and a visual orient teacher feature in which the device reads out all objects from left to right, telling them if there is an obstacle or not.
The device creates a 360-degree rendering using 12 ultrasonic sensors. Each sensor syncs up with a motor that translates the distance into a PWM signal. Notice how the signal moves around the device as seen on the serial monitor. The intensity and direction of the vibration is determined from the input of the sensors.
Right here you can see all the components that go into the prototype, such as cables, motors, ultrasonic sensors. Everything's put together within a case of 300 parts and bolted down.
Throughout the inventing process, our group has closely worked together to come up with ideas for the invention and its uses, as well as a problem needing to be addressed. One way our group has worked was conducting brainstorming sessions during school to come up with ideas. We split up into two groups and not only came up with the ideas, but challenged them to come up with the best invention. This allowed us to come up with the creative solutions and to solve problems quickly.
We are grateful to the Lemelson-MIT program for the opportunity to help the visually impaired community. With the grant, we will be able to develop sensor hardware and integrate important features. The grant will also help us test and develop the best product for the visually impaired community. We believe our invention can help the lives of many individuals and families. Thank you.